Heidelberg Legal, we provide a free consultation service to our clients. And so when they come to us and ask us about retirement village contracts, we give them the top 5 pro tips that we like to have our clients look at first before they go any further with their retirement village investigations. And these are knowledge is power, money matters, the rules and bylaws of the retirement village, the retirement village operator, and whether or not the retirement village is suitable for the long term. So going back, knowledge is power. It's a bit of a trite statement, but it's very, very true. The law in Queensland in particular very much favours the retirement village resident in terms of the information that they are able to receive from the operator. So in addition to the village comparison document and the prospective cost document, information that the resident is entitled to receive also includes the operational decision-making processes for the retirement village bylaws and rules, the financial statements of the operator, and quite a lot of other information. So when you are investigating and looking at a retirement village, make sure you get all the information that you're entitled to. And if you're not sure that you have it all, speak to a legal advisor and they will help guide you on the information that you should be receiving. And with that information, you're best placed to make a decision. The second point is money. Obviously, money is a big consideration for everybody. And so when you're looking at a retirement village, in addition to the headline ingoing contribution, which is sort of, the biggest number that people focus on, a lot of other background numbers that you should also be looking at. It's general services charges that you're paying on a regular basis, the capital maintenance fund contributions that you need to be making, the general cost of living in that particular retirement village in terms of ancillary and additional costs that you might be expending. But in addition to that, we should also be looking at the impact of your pension when you sell your own home and move into a retirement village. If you have any cash that's left over, that's no longer exempt from pension calculations, and so it may affect the pension that you receive. So it's very important to understand the full cost of moving into a retirement village, and we always recommend that our clients receive professional financial advice before making the decision, so that they understand exactly what it's going to cost them, not only to enter the retirement village, but on a day-to-day basis. And then obviously, of course, at the end of the day, when you're selling your unit in the retirement village, how much money you'll get back and when you'll get that back. All the information is there. The next point is the bylaws of the retirement village. For most people, particularly if you've had your own house, pretty free in terms of how you live your life and what you do and how you go about doing that. In retirement villages, obviously they tend to be a high density community, which will generally require more rules and regulations to ensure that everybody can enjoy their retirement village in the same manner. So if it's your habit to sit on your balcony at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the nude, smoking a Cuban cigar, it's probably worth checking the bylaws of the retirement village to make sure you're allowed to do that. In fact, it'll probably be silent on that particular point, but it's worth looking into that. But also pets and music and smoking generally and various other activities that you might want to do. For bylaws and retirement villages generally, if it's a freehold, body corporate, they would be the bylaws will be in the body corporate bylaws. But for license and lease arrangements and a right to reside, generally the terms and also the bylaws and the terms of living in the retirement village will be in the lease or the license and various other documentation. So it's worth and important to get hold of those documents and read them and understand how those rules and bylaws will impact your life once you've moved into a retirement village. The fourth point is the operator themselves. The operator has such a fundamentally significant impact on the quality of life, the quality of the retirement village itself, but also your life. It's really important to understand who they are, how they operate, and other experiences that people have had in terms of dealing with them. Now, large operators will mean that they have more resources. Smaller operators might mean that it's easy to speak to the owner and operator and have a more intimate relationship with them. But regardless of who the operator is, you need to sort of research them, find out whether or not there have been any complaints, what their business strategy is, what the corporate culture is. It might be worth speaking to the staff in the retirement village, not just the sales staff, but but the people who work in the coffee shop, the people who work in the gym and various other sort of facilities around the retirement village. Because if they're not happy, if the operator is not a good employer, it might say something about the culture of that operator and how they deal with people generally. So there's some investigation to be done to make sure that the operator that's going to be running your retirement village is the kind of operator that you're happy to deal with and are going to be interested in and respond to concerns and your sort of comments and questions. The last point is it's the long game. Obviously, you move into a retirement village, you want to live there for as long as you possibly can. Part of that is ensuring that the retirement village will accommodate your needs as you age. And so it's worth investigating when you're looking at the retirement village, not just looking at how deep the pool is or how many cross trainers are in the gym or what other facilities might be available. It's really important to understand how the retirement village will accommodate your needs in the next 5, the next 10, maybe in the next 15 years. And it's sometimes it's a difficult discussion, but it's important to have those discussions and anticipate your needs and anticipate how the retirement village will respond to those needs, so that when the time comes, you don't need to go anywhere else and you can age in place and all your needs will be met at the retirement village, which is your home and is where you want to be. And as I say, so they are the top 5 tips that we discuss with our clients when they come to us for free consultation. We go through those with them. We recommend that they go away, look at their potential retirement villages through the lenses of those 5 different considerations. And then when they've found the village they like, then come back to us and we can help them with the next stages in that process.